Hey everyone, my name is Georgiana Haynes. Welcome to another training video. Today I'm going to show you how you can place your order on the new Avon.com, which is now the website for both representatives and customers. So in December of 2021, Avon updated its website to Avon.com for both reps and customers. So today I'm going to walk you through how you can place your order as a representative on the new site. So there are a couple of things that I'm going to share with you, a few tips as we go through, and a couple of things that you should know, hopefully, and if not, I'll be able to touch on them to sort of give you a bit of a heads up. So there are actually 5 different ways that you can now place an order on Avon.com, which is great because there are so many different people who prefer to work in different ways, and now this new site is going to cater to that. So why don't we go ahead and get started? First and foremost, you'll notice when you log in to Avon.com, there are just 2 websites, Avon.com, no spaces, and Avon/repstore/your reference code. So those are going to be the 2 things that you can share, that you can encourage other people to shop, that you'll be working with your new representatives to train them and coach them to place their first order. So you're going to notice a few things. First of all, when you first log into the site, the security options are more enhanced. So if this is your first time logging into Avon.com as a representative, they're going to ask you for your email address. Please make sure that you have access to your email first and foremost, and that you don't have to close the current window that you're in order to get to your email. So if you're on Avon.com in one tab, you can either open a new window or open a new tab, or you can have another device, a phone or a tablet, something else that gives you access to your email, because you're going to enter your email and they're going to email you a confirmation code just to make sure that you, the person attached to that email, are the one who's actually logging into your account, and you're going to need access to that email in order to unlock the website so that you can continue your login. Once you do that, you're also going to have to reset your password or enter a new password. So you can use the same password that you used when you were on avonnow.com, or you can create a new password, but you're just going to have to tell this new site what you want your password to be. Once you do that, you're going to be brought to a page where you can start to customize your website. I'm not going to get into that today. I did a video on that a few weeks ago, sort of sharing, and I'll drop a link for that in the box below, so that you can see some things that I did when I first logged in. But you're going to be given under My Store your link, and you'll be able to customize your page so that when your customers come here just like this, they will be able to see a little bit more about you, some things that you shared, etc., etc. So when you share your website link, this is the page that your customers will go to. But if you just go to Avon.com, then this will be the page that they land on. Of course, it's going to be a little bit different throughout the year. This is the way it looks now, but essentially it's going to be the same. But this is what your page should look like, not a search box or a map or any. If you're seeing anything that's not Avon.com, then you're in the wrong place. Go back and type in Avon.com or Avon.com/repstore/your name. Another tip, a bit of a shortcut. Even though when you go to your store and you copy this link, it's going to give you that /repstore, etc. You can also share a direct link to the Avon page, and that's going to be Avon.com/rep, REP, equals, and then your reference code. So depending on which site you want your customers to land on, you can use either of those links. They both work. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you're getting ready to place your order, before you even begin your orders, is to come to this Manage Business tab. That's sort of where you're going to find everything that was on Avon Now. It's going to be in here, except for Avon U, which you'll notice is in the top right corner here, and Vibe, which is here as well. But under the Manage Business section, I like to click on Invoice Personalization first. The first time you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you do your invoice personalization so that you don't have to keep entering the same information over and over again for all the invoices you create. Most of the time you're going to have a default service charge. I charge the standard 75 cents for each customer, and my area has 8.875% as its sales tax. So those are two numbers that I'm always going to use on all of my invoices. So when you go here to the customer invoice settings, you can enter those numbers and they're always going to be the same for all your invoices. You can also create a message. You can allow Avon to select what message you want to use. You deserve the best. Thanks for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for your order, etc., etc. Thanks, I appreciate your business. I like a little combination of both. Thank you for your order. I appreciate your business. Spell check that. Save that. Now that information is going to automatically populate on all my invoices going forth. The second thing you'll want to do after you've edited your customer invoice settings is to go in back up to manage business. Under this web office heading, there's a link for address book. Click that address book link and you're going to have all of your customers information for customers who had email addresses. They're automatically going to move over. You also have an email address for yourself, because now you're going to have an account just like you were a customer, except it's going to be a special account. It's going to be a representative account. So you'll have different features that your customer has, but you're going to be listed in this list just like everyone else. So the first thing that I like to do, and this is actually something that I've done for a very long time, even before the website updated and migrated to Avon now, I went in and I created a customer for myself, but only for my business related purchases. So when I'm ordering samples and bags and brochures, or if I want to order gifts for my customers or my teammates, I would go in and I would use that specific account. And I did that to separate my business purchases from my personal orders. So when you create an order now on avon.com, you're going to have automatically the first name that comes up is going to be order for myself. That's going to be the order under your specific name. But I recommend, as a little tip, create a separate account just for your business. So for my my business account, I made it 01 so that whenever I bring up my list of customers, it's always going to be first so that it is easy for me to select. So the name is 01 business, and you'll see when I open my customer information here, the first name is listed as 01, then my name, and the last name is listed as business. And then for your email address, I actually have a separate email address that I use for my Avon business. I use that email address for this account. So the invoices from the orders that I place, everything goes into that same email address. And then I 100% treat myself as a customer. I pay my bills in full, tax and shipping and everything. And I have those orders that I've placed for myself go to my personal email, which is a separate email address. Trust me, guys, if you haven't done this in the past, it is going to save you a world of trouble later on. It will help you just keep things separate. And for those of you who are saying, you know, I have customers who don't have email addresses, what do I do with them? I'm going to show you in a little bit how this is going to come in handy. So create that account, 01, your name, last name, business, so that you know that account is just for your business purchases, just for your business expenses. And then at the end of the year, when you want to see everything that you've spent on your business, tools and supplies, it's all going to be in that one account. It has an email address, which is key, so that account will be the same. All of my information from past orders, from past years related to my business account migrated over, because that business account has all of the order invoices that, you know, were connected to that email address. So none of my information was lost. So that's just a little side tip. So once you have created your customized invoice and added your customers to your address book, you can also use this black box to add any new customers, first, last name, email, and phone number. You do absolutely 100% need to have that email address if you want their information to be stored. By law in the US, we cannot keep that email, we cannot keep that customer's information without getting permission from them. So you can communicate that to your customers when you're asking for emails, and let them know that if they don't want to receive emails, they can still opt out of being contacted by Avon or by you. But if their order information, their invoice information is to be stored, we need to have an email as a way of showing on record that we have permission to store their information. If they do not have an email, don't worry, we can still service them. Let me go ahead and show you how. So let's start with the first way that I like to search for products and add to my invoice. So why don't we go ahead and dive into the first way to place your order. Usually this is going to be the method that customers might be using as well. And right here from the home page, you'll see that in the top right hand corner, there's a little magnifying glass or search tool. When you click that, this little side panel is going to open and you can actually search for any product that you want. So the last product I looked for was perfume skin softener. So you can start typing PERFUM and you'll start to see everything that starts to come up. UMED, oops, skin softener. Okay, so what I like about doing it this way, and I find myself just defaulting to this method a lot of the times when I'm putting in an order, is because oftentimes there are some products that come in multiples, so roll-ons, skin softeners, things like that. If I'm searching for it, usually my customer is ordering a couple of different fragrances. So when I search by the generic name, it'll give me the list of all the products. So I can either select the product from the list here. If I click this, it's going to bring me to the page. Or I can click this number here. These are all the products that Avon has that have perfumed skin soft in it. And I can click that and it's going to give me all the products. So if my customer wants a haiku, I can select who I'm ordering it for and add to order, or I can add to my next campaign. And then maybe she wants a sweet honesty. So I can kind of go through this list and select the things that, the items that I want without having to keep going to all the pages. The second way that you can add products to your customer's order is the shop by product link. Now you can find that in two places. The first is up here right by your name. You'll see that shop by product link. The second is under shop, all the way at the bottom, shop by product. But usually I just click by shop by product because it's right here. So when you click on shop by product, you're going to be brought to this page. Now, if it's a product for yourself, you would use this order for myself link, or you would use the drop down box and search for your customer. Or if it's a customer without an email address, and if you heeded my advice and you created that business account, you will also have this business name that you can add orders to. So I am going to just pretend that this customer does not have an email address, or I'm ordering for a group of customers who don't have email addresses. When I'm first putting in their order to send to Avon, I'm going to put all of their orders under 01 Georgiana Business because that is my business account. You can put it under 01 Mary, 01 Tom, 01 Harry, whatever you like, but this is going to be my business account. This is where all of my customer orders with no emails will go. So a couple of different ways that you can search. You can search by your name. So let's say I want the FMG Glimmer eyeshadow. Here's my eyeshadow quad. When I select that product, in this option box, it's going to give me the option to choose which item I want. 884750. There's a product. I can use this drop down to compare prices to see if it's on sale in any other campaigns. I can always, use that little drop box, and then at the end I can enter the quantity. Let's say I want 2. Go ahead and add to order. You can also search, let's say your customer has the specific item number 498750. You can enter the exact item number that you're looking for. It'll automatically populate with the specific color that you enter or the specific size attached to that item number. And again, whatever cost that you can, that's available, you can update the quantity at the end. Little note here, one thing that I love about this is that you can see anytime you're looking at a product, when you enter the details or when you select it, it's going to give you a little bit of a heads up of how many of those products are left. So right now you're seeing we only have 4. My customer wants 2. If she wanted 4, I know I have to hurry lickety split and get that order in. or, you know, give her a call and say, you know, by the way, this item might be on back order. I just want to give you a heads up and let you know. But that allows you to kind of have more control over your order. So you're not submitting your order and waiting, you know, wondering if you're going to get the product. You can see here that if it's low in stock, you can give that customer a heads up ahead of time and let them decide, do they want to wait and see if they get it, or do they want to choose something else instead? So let's just go ahead and add that to order. Now, let's say, for an example, your customer does not know what product they want. It was something they ordered a couple of years ago. It was in a red jar. It was a new something. That's okay. You're not so sure what the product is? Okay, it was a new product. Was it a day cream, a night cream? What color was the jar? Orange? Okay. Was it by any chance a vitamin C product? Yeah. Was it in a tub, a tube, a jar? It was in a long skinny tube. A skinny tube with a pump, or a skinny tube with a cap? A skinny tube with the cap. Oh, that must be the new vitamin C dry body oil, item number 157067. No problem. You can add to your order. So you can go ahead and you can use this box to enter the product name, to do a search with a product name, or if you want to enter the specific item number, you can do that all here in the Shop by Product link. The third way that you can place your order on Avon.com is through the Shop by Category section. Right here under the Shop tab, this is also a way that your customers can shop, and you can share this with them when you're coaching them on how to use the website. Under Shop by Category, they can shop, you know, whatever it is that they're looking for. Let's say they're looking for oral care, toothpaste, toothbrush, floss, all of that they'll find here. The only category that the only two categories that your customers will not see on their end that are only specific to representatives are the what's new and the sales tools. So let's say we're looking for a sales tool. We're looking to stock up on some stuff for our business. You can come in here and you can find your brochures. I want an English Campaign 2 brochure. I'm going to add it to my business account. I'm going to get 10 of them, add to order. I need a couple of bags because my customers are ordering big things. I'm going to buy a extra large pack of bags. I just ordered 100 brochures. I'm going to need some clear literature bags to put those brochures in, add to order. So, you know, you can get your little supplies, you can get your flyers and your brochures under sales tools. You also will have a category called What's New. Under the What's New category, you'll also find your samples. So you can click on samples, you can see all the samples we have. Let's say I have a customer, you know, I want to get some customers something new to try. I can pick a sample and add those into my order and just even see for myself what samples are available. I can also use this What's New category, just click that and see all the products that are currently in the What's New for both the upcoming campaigns. And I can sort of shop here. Oh yeah, you know, this looks like a product I would like to demo. Let me add that to my order. Oh, bracelet pillows. This will be really nice for displaying my new Avon jewelry. Let's add that to order. Fine. So the shop by category is going to be really helpful for you also when you're consulting with customers, because you can say, okay, let's say you have a customer who is telling you that she has dark circles under her eyes. You can come down under shop by category. You're looking for skincare, head on over to her concerns, drop down to dark circles, click that, and it's going to give you all the products that we have that can, you know, help her fix that problem. Let's say she wants, you know, the cheaper the better. She wants a vitamin C eye cream. She wants to know that it works, but at a great price. Go ahead, click that, add to order, you're good to go. So those are some different ways that you can use the shop by category tool. I use it a lot when I'm consulting with a customer and they're sort of telling me, you know, what their needs are. I can also go to shop all skincare, and then I can use the filter tool to, you know, bring down whatever options I want. Apply. Here are all my vegan products. Filter by, let's see, all the hyperallergenic products. Apply. These are all of our products that are hyperallergenic. I can help her find something that suits your needs. So the shop by category tool is going to be really helpful to help you sort of filter out and narrow down the wide variety of products we have to your specific customer needs. So this is not just a way to place the order, but also a way to do a search and, you know, kind of help your customers. So the fourth way that you can place orders on Avon.com is with the digital catalog. That also has its own little link here. Click the digital catalog and you'll see the digital version of all the brochures come up. And again, as a representative, you're going to have access to the What's New catalogs as well as the brochure, the current brochure. So if you like to browse and, you know, flip through and kind of watch what's happening, this is going to be, you know, I find myself just flipping through the digital brochure because it's eye candy. It's fun to watch. My favorite, there are a couple of ways to navigate this, and I can do a whole video on navigating the brochure with the digital, through the digital catalog. But basically, in each group is a category. As you scroll down, you'll see those groups of categories coming up. And then in each line, so you can scroll up and down. You can also scroll left and right. And I like to just watch the little videos. I like to share them out to my customers. But if you don't feel like scrolling left and right and going into, you know, all these products on the right hand side, all these beautiful images, all the products in that group show up at the beginning of the group. So right here, you'll see all the products that are going to be in this row, which is, you know, super helpful. When I'm in the fragrance section, here are all the fragrance items. You can also use your contents tab on the left hand side if you want to just jump. Let's say I want to jump down to fashion. That's usually where I want to be. I can come over to fashion and I can choose one of these 4 categories that I want to see. Let's say I want to see holiday PJs. It'll bring me right to that section. These are all the holiday PJs in this little collection that I can click on, and there's a little video that I can watch here. So I can click the item, it comes up, and I would just say add to order, and then it's added to my cart. You can also click on the video and you'll see all the items that are in that little video and add to order. Okay, so that is the digital catalog. Same thing, use this little back button at the top. Oh, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom and you want to go all the way back up to the top, you can either use the contents on the left hand side or on the bottom right hand side. There's a little arrow that you can use and it's just going to shoot you back up to the top. But if you want to go back to see the next brochure, you can click, you can see upcoming campaigns. You can also use the virtual try-on tool, or you can scroll over and you can browse through the different What's New catalogs and see what's coming out when you'll need it. There, so we've thrown a bundle in. So that's how to shop on Avon now with the digital catalog. Now, the last way that you can place your orders, and this is sort of what I like to think of as the old school way. I've just shown you 4 really like super easy, super interactive ways to place your order, but this way is most like the old way. I would say like the youravon.com version of placing your orders, and it's also the way that you're going to use if you're working with a customer who does not have an email address. So like I said to you, if they don't have an email address, you're going to put all of those customer orders in under one name. So here I have all of my customers' orders, all of my business tools, all my supplies, all my stuff that I'm submitting to Avon is going to be under this account. If I had other customers, they would also be here. Let me just make one. Let me choose an order for myself, add that to my order. There we go. So when I'm in my cart, it's going to be, you know, separated. Stuff I'm ordering for myself, stuff I'm ordering for my business, stuff that I'm ordering for my other customers, etc., etc. So you would submit the order like this to Avon, right? They would package your order and ship it to you, and then you would come back and you would use the customer invoicing tool, which you can find under, again, Manage Business, this middle tab. Again, I told you it's going to be where you live, and you're under Web Office. You're going to see this link for customer invoicing. So the customer invoicing tool isn't really going to help you add any products to your cart. This is basically just going to be how you're going to put together your invoices when you're ready to either print and give your customers, etc. Here you'll see this is an order that I've actually already submitted. So I can go ahead and print my packing list of all the items in that order. Or if it's an order for another customer, I can do some other things. So let's say you have a new customer, you're getting ready to create her order. What you would do is you would scroll all the way down to the bottom and click create new invoice. You can also take an existing invoice, check the box, scroll all the way to the bottom and click edit. So if it's a new customer's information that you're putting in, or a customer who doesn't have an email address, you would select create new invoice. If it's a customer, let's say she placed her order, but there's something that you're adding to the order, maybe it's something that you have in stock or a little gift and you want it noted on the invoice, you would check the box for that order and you would go to edit invoice. Once you're in the invoice, you're going to see a couple of things. First and foremost, my tax rate has already populated. Now I'm going to go in and update my customer. So I can either search for an existing customer if they're a customer with an email address, or I can enter a new customer. I'm going to call her new customer Sally. Click update and you'll see new customer Sally's information update here. You're not going to be able to update that customer's phone number because, again, without their email address, we can't store any of the information, phone number included. So you can always go ahead and handwrite that into the invoice that you generate later, and I'll show you how to do that. So when you scroll down, you'll see the personalized message that I updated is already going to be here. So that's going to be a time saver. And then I'm going to go ahead and start adding product. So when you click that add product box, you're going to be brought to this window on the side. Again, you can search for item numbers. So I can enter the item number 65978, winterproof 6-piece bundle. You can select search by name and you can search winterproof. Can I not spell? Winterproof 10-piece bundle. There it is. For the most part, these two are the two that I'm usually using. So let me just get that item number back, that product back. So if it's an item number that Avon has, you can go ahead and search and you can add the product and it'll auto-populate everything. And here at the bottom, you'll see you can click update and then it will add it to your order. I just added the same item twice because that's the only item number I know. But if you want, you can also add a product yourself. So let's say it's not a product that Avon has available. You can click enter name and you can say holiday basket, for example. Something you made, something that's custom, the campaign is 1, they ordered 1, the regular price, maybe it's a $30 product that you gave them on sale for $25, no discount, full price, it's a taxable item, click update, and that thing that you created will also be here as well. So once you've gone through, you're going to go in and you'll, from the items that you ordered under your business account, now that you have your invoice, I like to print the packing list and then write down the customer names through next to all the items, and then I can come into this system and then create an invoice, just kind of looking for that person's name and checking off as I go, so I make sure that that person got all of their stuff. Or if you have your orders written somewhere else, you can always use that, but you're going to use this as a tool to create that paper invoice that you're going to print. Or I've been emailing this and sending this out a lot. Now I'm going to show you how to do all that. But that invoice that your customer gets, this is the tool that you'll use to create that if they don't have an email address. If you can't save the info, this is the way that you can do this for them. And then it'll only save the information on this invoice, but there's really no personal information other than their name. So it's, well within the rules of what we're allowed to do now. So once you've got the invoice, you can do two things. You can preview it. And this is a preview of what the invoice will look like, just like it used to be. New customer Sally's name is here. And you'll see in the top right, you can either download the PDF. I like to do that, and I recommend that you do it as well for your records. Just create a file on your computer. You can sort by year, you can sort by campaign, whatever you like. Or you can sort by customer name. I like to do a combination of all. I put the date, the campaign number, and the customer's name. So when I sort on my computer, I can see all the orders I had for a certain year in order of by campaign and grouped by customer name. So that's a second tip for a way that you can keep all of your customer invoices sorted, so that you can still go back to those customers' old orders and see what they ordered before. You know, there's always a person who's like, remember 2 years ago you gave me a product? What was that? I'm able to go back and find that because I have my customers' invoices saved on my actual computer. You can also take that download and send it as an email or a text message to your customer. I also like to do that with my customers so that they can send me a payment before, or a down payment before I place the order, especially if you're a new representative and maybe you don't have the funds to submit the order for it to be released from Avon. You can create an invoice this way, and then you can send it to your customer. They could send you a payment, whether it's cash or PayPal or Zelle or whatever, and then you can submit the order to Avon, use your bank account to pay for the order, and that order will go through. Or use your payment information to pay Avon, because you can only submit one payment now. So if you're collecting orders or credit card payments from multiple customers, in the same way we used to collect all the cash from the customers and put it in a bank account and then pay Avon from there, you can collect all the cash and credit card information from your customers, put it in your bank account, and then submit your payment to Avon from there as well. Same thing. So the other thing you could do is print this page. When you say print, it's going to give you the option to print that out, and you can select your page size. My page size is set to small. There we go. You can print out your customer's order, and you can also put it inside of their order if you're doing a physical delivery. So those are your options for creating an order. So you can 100% create orders for customers who decide not to provide you with the email address, or maybe don't have an email address. In the same way that we used to handwrite the invoices, you can still physically come in. You just have to do it manually. So sometimes I'll call this way manual invoice creation. If it is a customer who provided you with the email address, then Avon will automatically create that invoice. So we can pretend that new customer Sally had an email address. I can come in, select new customer Sally's order, click that checkbox, edit invoice to edit, or I can just click print invoice, and new customer Sally's completed invoice is going to show up, and I'll be able to just print it the way that I normally would any other order. So if your customer has an email address, it's more straightforward. But if they don't want to provide that, if we still, because we still want to provide that good service to them, we'll just manually have to do that invoice. But just so you know, place any order. Try to place your orders. Do that 01, your first name, business is your last name. Tip that will help you keep all of your customer orders, your business tools, your sales tools, your supplies, and anything that's not yours or for your family. Anything that's business related, this will help you keep it separate. So I hope you guys found that helpful, that these 5 ways, there are 5 ways that you can place your order on Avon.com. So regardless of how you like to place your orders, there's a way that works for you. I use a couple of different ones interchangeably. But for those of you with customers who don't have email addresses, don't worry, there's still 100% a way for you to service those customers. And there's also a way for you to edit and customize and tweak the invoices that you're using for all of your customers. Just use that create custom invoice tool, and you'll be good to go. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. And of course, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like this video and if you want to see more, and make sure you drop a like down below if you found this video to be helpful. But once again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments box. I'll do my best to help answer you, and I wish you guys much success going forward with your business on your brand new website. Thanks for watching. Bye.